Hello guys, today I want to find out something with you. I have here a 980 Pro with 1 terabyte and also another one with 2 terabyte, and I built this 2 terabyte into my CFI 12 PS5, and before getting it inside I connected it to my PC. Connected it here. I have a slot down here, I can put it in, and then I updated the firmware, and this is now the 1 terabyte version. I also connected it, and as you can see it came with this firmware, and there is a new firmware and I can update it, but I do not want to update it at the moment. First I will unplug it again and put it inside this CFI 10 and then check how fast it is going to be. And after I know the speeds, I assume it is going to be at 5500 or 6000 megabytes per second like last time. And after this I'm going to connect it again to the PC, and with Samsung Magician, it's the software, I will update the firmware to the latest one, and then after updating it we can try it out again. So after updating I will put it in again, and then we can test the speeds, and then we will find out if it is better to update it before installing or if it doesn't matter. So stay tuned. I'm going to get it out now from the PC, get it in, and then resume filming. So I connected now the drive, and you maybe already know this drive. I used it for a test where I tested the Jedi Eagle versus the Sebrand SSD coolers. Yeah, you can check this video too. And I also talked about the elecgear P5C, and this is the drive I used back then, and I did not update it on the PC. So it is still with the firmware it came with, it shipped it. So now I connected it, and it asks now for, I want to reformat it. As you can see here, neu starten and neu formatieren. It means restart and format it new, because it was already formatted but nothing is on the drive. Here is the drive, Samsung 980 Pro, and let's do it and check the speed. And then we can update it on the PC and test if the speed is going to be higher or not. I'm working on controllers, as you can see. I have to modify 3 of them. Now I had not one, so I built this together fast just for demonstration. I have to wait till child goes to bed so I can solder. Now as you can see it restarted. Here's the console, and let's check the speeds. So now we can turn on the controller, go to format, and I don't know how the speed is going to be. We can check it on the last video. I was on 4.03 firmware and it was not that fast, because here is 7000 megabytes per second, but it did not reach 7000, it reached much less. And now this console is on the latest firmware at the moment, and let's see how fast it is going to be. I cannot tell you. The 2 terabyte one, as you can see, it's only 5673 megabytes per second. Okay, so now we can get it out. Okay, it was formatted. Okay, we can use it now normally, and you saw the megabytes per second, 5600. And let's turn the console off and put it on the PC again, update it and check it again. Okay, I turned off the console, get out the m.2, and now I just stuck in it here into the PC, and now we can update it. Let's turn off this, start the PC, and let's wait. Okay, now I can go to update here, and as you can see, here is the drive. Let's update it and check it later again. The PC is going to be turned off in 20 seconds after the update of the firmware. Okay, firmware is updated. Let's turn it off and then we can get it out and put it in again here. Okay, I'll set it to HDMI again and screw it in again. So let's turn it on. Now we have power and then we can check the speeds. Needs a bit, now it is starting. It is now the latest firmware installed. You saw it. And let's check. I did not restart the PC to see if really the latest firmware is installed, but I'm pretty sure that it is. So now let's try it again. Go to settings. Okay, we are not connected to the internet now, but it doesn't matter. Then to m.2 and we can format it. New start and format, yes, and it is the same SSD with 1 terabyte Samsung 980 Pro. Let's see. Console is restarting now. Maybe you hear the disk drive. So now we have the PlayStation symbol. Okay. Have to turn on again this thing. Controller and then press X here. You cannot read it. Now you can read it. Format m.2. And we have 6,500 megabytes per second. Now it's faster. So that's really interesting. Okay, now let's check on which firmware we're on. And this is interesting for me. First I thought maybe that Sony is also going to update the firmwares of the m.2 SSDs somehow with the firmware update also, but it looks like you have to update it on your, here is this, let's check the system software information. Looks like you have to connect it, yeah, we're on 6.02. Looks like you have to connect it on to the PC to be able to update it. So now this drive is faster. That's cool. Yeah, and if it's also important if you make, I don't know, test videos and you want to compare different coolers, for example, this one and other ones, that you also have to mention the firmware the drive is on, because maybe I use this one and I bought it 1 year ago and someone buys it now and the software that is installed or the firmware that is pre-installed is a different one and my test results may differ, although we have the same console, same fan, same cooler and everything. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Please leave a like, leave a sub, share this information, and I hope that Sony will maybe somehow fix this so we do not have to manually update the firmware on the PC, because there are a lot of console users that do not have a PC and maybe they have a PC but no m.2 drive slot, because I tried it with USB-C. This thing, this is from Sabrent, and you can, as you can see, here's a USB-C slot and you can put in a m.2 drive, different sizes, 2230 to 2280, and I connected this to the PC, but I was not able to update the firmware. It was not recognized as Samsung 980, it was recognized as a Sabrent drive. Yeah, so you need to have a m.2 slot in your PC to be able to update this. Yeah, I'm talking about the Samsung ones. I do not know how the other ones work. And I will upload a photo, and you can then see how fast the 2 terabyte is on the other PlayStation, also on the same firmware. Yeah, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share. Bye bye.